everybody, hope you're okay. It's been a while, so I thought I'd do a little bit of an update video. Where have I been up to? Well, not really got as much done as what I'd hoped, that's for sure. I find myself really busy, to be honest with you, so I've got a lot going on over at the business now. We're just in the process of expanding into another premises. Well, we're about halfway through the sort of acquisition of a real nice property that should make things miles better over there. So that's very exciting, but there's loads of thinking and loads of work that's going to be required for it to get everything straight. But it'll be good. Be great for the boys. It'll really improve their sort of working environment and make everything much better for the customers, better for everybody really. So that's really exciting. What it has done though is it's sort of compromised like my personal sort of stuff a little bit, but you know, can't have your cake and eat it, as they say, can you? It's got to put priority where the priority is needed. So therefore, I've not really done a fat lot on the Escort. She's looking a little bit like a storage station for other panels off the Mini, but I've got to get a plan together now to sort of just to decide exactly where we're gonna go, because I need to see this car finished and back together. It's a serious bit of kit. Obviously, it's in a bit of a sorry state as it stands, but I've got all of the parts to do the car properly. So I'm going to need to put some effort into coming up with a plan to try and work out which way to go with it. I don't know whether that's going to be me finishing the shell off, in all honesty, because this sort of stuff, it's so time consuming. It takes a lot of thinking and head scratching, especially if you're not really like myself. I've not done any real fabrication work before, so everything I've done with this car, it's been a bit of a learning curve, which makes it like everything takes 10 times as long, because you're being careful with things, you're having to learn some things, you're having to think about what you're doing more so, and you know, taking loads of measurements and being really careful with things and what have you. So I'm sort of like talking myself out of doing the rest of it at this point in time, because I'm not going to have the time for a while this is all going on over at the business, because that's gonna really sort of require quite a bit of input just now once things move on a little bit more. So I'm thinking about perhaps getting somebody to finish the shell for me. So at least then I've got a shell done, which I can get painted, and then I can have it back here and set about putting it back together how I want it putting together, because there's going to be so much work involved in that bit as well. I mean, it's like wiring looms from scratch, you know. I'm converting all the suspension to like a Group 4 sort of all independent spec. There's quite a bit of change really versus what was on it in the first place. Obviously it's got a much beefier rear axle going on there, and there's going to be quite a bit of stuff to think about when we get to that point, but that'll be a little easier going for me, because obviously I've got the experience with that sort of stuff, so I know that, you know, the mechanical side of things I'm far more competent with, and it's probably going to move along a bit quicker. So if I can get the shell done, get it back ready to start putting together, then I feel like I've got a better chance of getting it sorted out. I mean, I really wanted to do all the fabricating. I wanted it to be me that's done it all from start to finish, like, so I could look at it and say, it's mine, I've done it. What a great job I've done. What a shit job I've done, I don't know. But like, I don't know, I feel like I just don't want to see it slipping much further away. So something's got to happen. That's where we're at. I mean, there's worse problems to be debating, isn't there? Let's be honest. So it's not like the end of the world, but that's it. That's the Escort. So the little Mini here has been a royal pain in the arse. We haven't actually got around to doing a great deal of racing. I got a real rough start to the year really, with organising myself with other things going on and stuff, that we missed the first round, and then we went the dyno with it, and supposedly there was some sort of issue which really transpired that there well, there wasn't really much wrong with it, but that sort of meant we missed the second round, I think it was. Then we actually got to the third round at Silverstone. I did a test day in it. She was flying, felt absolutely brilliant. Everything was great. It was handling lovely, the lot. So I thought we were going to be on for a good Silverstone. We got to the Silverstone round, and unfortunately, the second session of the test day, a Praga R1 hit the side of it at Maggots and absolutely demolished it. Well, not demolished it, but it did a lot of damage. Which I've managed to straighten out the vast majority of it. So bought one of these beams here, so I've got that now. Don't know how to use it like, but I do now. So yeah, I managed to straighten the side of it out pretty well, in all fairness, because I thought I was going to have to put quarter on it. I have realised that, you know, I probably don't want to be so precious with it, because invariably somebody else is going to run into it. It's probably going to need fixing again, or I dare say I might run into somebody else. Thankfully I ain't been doing any of that, so I feel a bit hard done to, if I'm honest, because I just seem to be fixing it from other damage anyway. So that's where we're up to with that. I'm going to have a little crack on with it in a moment, just to see if I can improve anything else before I start cutting the sill and that out. I'll have to cut the sill step, and I've got bits over there in the boxes. So cut the sill step out next to thing, and the sill bit and what have you, and see if I can't get that something like, and then it can be starting to get ready for some paint. I've got to cut the inside of the door out and stuff to put the inside out of the old. I don't know whether it's any good actually, but they run like a bit of an insulation type of panel in the doors in them for the regulations. So I've got to get that back in the door and what have you, and get the perspex fitted back into it and all that. So they could be painted, and then we'll be good to go and have another go. Thankfully, it didn't do any damage to the. I don't think it's done anything. I don't even know whether it's knocked the wheel alignment out, because it just hit the side of it, just in front of the old back wheel here, and feed all the door in and whatnot. I mean, it was an horrendous bang. It absolutely destroyed this Praga R1. There was nothing left of it. I felt a bit sorry for him, really, but more sorry for myself, because obviously that meant no racing. I mean, I don't know why the organisers at Silverstone felt like they should be mixing minis, and I mean, there were slower things than the minis out in the test session, with stuff like radicals and Praga R1s and stuff. Just seems like the cornering speed difference is just absolutely and utterly colossal. So, you know, 1 second you're looking in the mirror and there's nothing there, like the next second they're coming round at such a rate, because they're just such serious bits of kit. I mean, these minis go around the twists right, but you know, they haven't got 500 horsepower and what have you to get down the straights quite as quick, so that, like, cars just appear out of nowhere, and obviously they're trying to get a lick on at the same time, and you know, a bit of an error in judgment there, I think, for him, and he's into the side of the Mini, and yeah, there we go, we've got a bent Mini and no racing. So it looks like, I don't know whether we're going to make the Brands Hatch round. I'm in a bit of a muddle, really. I sort of need to get a bit of a handle on things this year, sort of get things straight over at Midland VW, so as everything's good there, and then we can entertain a bit more of the racing. So I don't know when that might happen. I suppose it depends how much aggro I have put in getting this straight and what have you, which I think I'm pretty much there now. So anyway, probably waffled on a bit for you there, I know, but it's been ages since I've done a video. I've just sort of fallen out of the cycle with it. I've been concentrating on getting things done and what have you, and yeah, I just really haven't had the motivation to get onto the video side of things, which is a shame, because I do enjoy doing it as well. I did enjoy doing it, but if you've got so many little things going on, like left, right and centre, it just sort of, it's one thing that you can just remove out of the equation, and just gives you a little bit of an easier time, doesn't it? So that's that. Yeah, cool. So what else? Got a guy's friend now, Callum's engine in a million bits for him, for a bit of a rebuild. All the stuff's on the shelf over there. I mean, she was doing like 700 horsepower, so pretty tidy. It was built in 2019. Still looking pretty good, but there's some there are some improvements that we're going to make, try and jump it up again now, so that'll be good. But other than that, that's about all I can tell you. So I'll have a think about maybe doing some more videos and getting back onto a roll with things like that once I've got things planned back out. So I hope that answers any questions that anybody might have, and cheers for watching again. Thanks very much. Bye.